Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about some comments from Oscar Piastri's engineer about his driver's progress, as well as a new verdict. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Piastri, with his engineer Tom Stallard speaking more about his progress. Now, as we know, Piastri is having a very strong 2025 season. He leads the Drivers' Championship, he's secured multiple wins, and yeah, it is such a strong season for Piastri. And one thing that's noticeable is that on Piastri's very strong weekends, he's just simply faster than his teammate Lando Norris. And when Piastri isn't having such a good weekend, he can still get close to his teammate Norris, and last year that was just not the case at all. And there were times last year where Piastri was just simply blown away by Norris. I mean, think about China, for example. Piastri was just not on the pace at all last year, and Norris finished that race in P2. I mean, look at Spain. Norris was challenging for the win last year, and Piastri was just nowhere near that pace. So yeah, Piastri has made a lot of progress in 2025, and Stallard has picked out two examples of Piastri's progress, that being the Imola and Austria Grand Prix. Now, in both those Grand Prix this year, Norris has come out on top of Piastri. And while these are two very strong tracks for Norris, Piastri was still able to run close to his teammate, and while he couldn't beat him, it's definitely an improvement for Piastri. And Stallard told the race, Imola has been a really strong circuit for Lando for all of Lando's career, and we were definitely on the back foot there the last couple of years with Oscar, whereas this year we were in a really good place compared to Lando. I use Lando as a benchmark, not because that's the driver's battle at the moment, but because Lando is, in Imola and Austria, a really difficult benchmark to weigh yourself against. He's phenomenal in those circuits. Oscar was actually ahead in qualifying in Imola and close in Austria, and then both times on race pace was at least as good. Imola, the race unravelled due to a strategic error rather than a driver error. In Austria, he had a really good race and was able to challenge Lando, who is the master at that circuit. That was a real demonstration of the progress he's made. Now, if you remember the Austrian Grand Prix, for that first stint, Piastri was all over the back of Lando. You know, Lando took such a dominant pole position, and I think we all thought he would just dominate the race as well, but Piastri was right on him in the Grand Prix, tried a few moves in that first stint, and it was really exciting to watch. So yeah, Piastri has made a lot of improvement into 2025. Who do you think will win the championship this year, Lando or Oscar? Let me know in the comments below. But let's move on to the FIA, with them issuing a new verdict ahead of the Dutch Grand Prix. Now, following the last race in Hungary, 3 cars were randomly selected in the top 10 for more physical inspections, and those cars were Charles Leclerc's, George Russell's and Fernando Alonso's. Now, subject to these physical inspections was the tyre pressure and temperature monitoring sensors, and basically the FIA say that the TPMS sensor must be mounted in accordance with the specification given in the appendix to the sporting and technical regulations. And the technical delegates report, which was released just before the Zandvoort Grand Prix weekend, said, in particular, the following items have been validated. The on-car wiring harnesses were checked to ensure the signal paths for communication lines were uninterrupted between the TPMS ECU, TPMS antennae and SECU. TPMS ECU and antenna anti-tamper seals applied by the supplier during production were intact and matched records held by the supplier. TPMS sensors were signed off with standard production checks. All sensors reported within expected tolerances and no signs of tampering were found. TPMS ECU firmware was verified by performing an MD5 check of the entire memory. The handshake signal between antenna and ECU matched the expected format. Each system was functionally tested as a complete kit. TPMS sensors pressurized signals received by the system and forwarded over CAN. All this matched within the tolerance of a reference sensor. All inspected components were found to be in conformance with the 2025 Formula 1 technical regulations. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.